Okay, what's up, everyone? Today we're gonna react to Please Retire CM Punk. Let me make sure it works.
Chase and Sidney Brown know that when pain strikes, sometimes it takes two. Advil plus acetaminophen combines two trusted ingredients for fast pain relief. Advil plus acetaminophen tackle your tough pain two ways.
Kevin Nash's hot take is that CM Punk should retire. Let's roll the footage.
I watched Punk in the main event of that match last Monday.
I really like this.
The
And
tag
he-
team match.
Number one, if you're the heavyweight champion of the WWE and you wrestle in a t-shirt, ouch. Number two, his punches looked really slow. He looked slow. I think it's time for him. I think he's done.
I cannot agree with Kevin Nash here. I think CM Punk has been pretty solid. Has he been as great as he once was in the WWE? No. Has he been as great as he was in AEW? I don't think so. But he's not that bad to the point where the man has got to retire. I think CM Punk has 2 or maybe 3 more years at most still in him. And as for being the World Heavyweight Champion, some people have a problem with that, but I do not. I think CM Punk has been a pretty good champion, and the feud with Braun Breaker is entering.
We can even count it from the beginning. Seth's first title reign was good. Drew's doesn't count. Was cashed in on. Damien's was alright. Gunther's first one was okay, but it was kind of boring for me. Jay's was same thing. Was alright, but it was boring. Gunther's second one was absolutely crap. Seth's second one was good. It's just that he got injured, and then wait, no, it was Punk's second one doesn't count because he got cashed in. Seth's second one was alright, but he got injured, and then Punk's second one, which is what's happening right now. It's not bad, but it's not great. I don't mind it.
Entertaining stuff. I cannot wait to see their match on Raw. Speaking of retirement, though, let's move on to the next hot take that says that John Cena had the perfect ending. As we all know, he tapped out to Gunther, and that has been a controversial ending to that match, and I do not agree with this hot take at all. To me, it was not the perfect ending. I actually think that John Cena should have come out on top in his retirement match. I see a lot of fans say that WWE wrestlers have got to lose on their way out, and I just don't agree. To me, having John Cena give up, which is something that he's been against his entire career, was just not the way to go. I think it was a very poor ending to his wrestling career. It's kind of sad the way that he did go out, so I would not say this was the perfect retirement. Logan's hot take is that Randy Orton has quietly retired, and he has not, but I can see why he thinks this is the case. We have not seen Randy Orton in quite some time, and even before then, he's been taking a bunch of breaks, and a lot of people think this is because Orton has a lighter schedule, but I don't think that's the case. I legitimately believe that WWE just has no plans for him, so they told him to go home until they do have a plan, and that's not a great look. Which brings us to the next hot take, which says that Triple H is wasting 2 of the greatest heels in wrestling history by forcing them to stay face. CM Punk and Randy Orton thrive as villains, yet they're being used as directionless baby faces during the final stretch of their careers, and this is one great hot take because I think I got to agree with it. We all know that CM Punk and Randy are pretty decent baby faces. The crowds love them. Clearly, they're legends in the business, but they do thrive as heels, and I think that's the best work that comes out of both those guys. So I think it is worth turning both these guys heel in the year of 2026. It's gotten to the point where people are saying that CM Punk is incredibly washed nowadays in the ring and needs to drop the belt ASAP. And I think when you are slower in that ring, being a heel makes a lot more sense because you don't have to wrestle in a faster pace. You can slow down the tempo and kind of just act like an asshole. So I do think that CM Punk and Randy have got to turn heel. Speaking of CM Punk, this says that CM Punk is only popular because of the Drew feud. I just no, absolutely not. CM Punk was a legend in this business after he dropped that infamous pipe bomb. It is one of the greatest promos we've ever heard. So no, CM Punk is not only popular because of that great feud with Drew McIntyre last year. He's been popular for quite some time. time. Maybe this is a new fan, I don't know. Anyways, the next hot take says that 2026 WWE could be something special, and to me, I just can't feel that way about the product, because if we really look at the WWE, 2025 looked like it was going to be a special year, and it just fell off a cliff, and they didn't give me any hope for 2026. If anything, I think 2026 could be the same, if not worse, and that's also what this next hot take says, which is that wrestling has done something I thought it can never do, which has made me uninterested in it for the first time. That is truly a sad hot take. The fact that there are fans, lifelong fans, who don't feel any passion or love for the product tells you a lot. It tells you that Triple H has not been cooking, and 2025 was not a good year. I feel that way about 2025, so I can see why this person also has this hot take. And a lot of people are blaming the top of the mountain, which is Cody Rhodes. The Green Goblin says that they are tired of Cody's reign, and I can see why. It's just not been super entertaining. I think they really messed up big time when they did not have Cody drop the title to Drew McIntyre at WrestlePalooza, because I think Drew having a 4-month title reign would have been great for business, but they never pulled the trigger, and now we're stuck with this Cody reign where a lot of people aren't too happy about it. To me, it would have made a lot more sense for him to drop the belt, go back to a redemption storyline, get that belt back, and walk into WrestleMania against Roman Reigns as the champion. That's what I would have done. This is why I agree with the next hot take that says not every title reign needs to be a year long, and I totally agree. That is the problem. That's why Drew McIntyre did not win the belt for those 4 months, because WWE and Triple H has been obsessed with this idea that every champion should last at least 4, 5, 6, 7 months at least, and that is a problem, because I think it's more fun when there's a variety of champions. Like, you could have one dominant guy like Roman Reigns go on for 3 years, but then you can sprinkle in a bunch of little title reigns. Like how I said, I think Drew should have been the champion, LA Knight should have had a world title run, and then also maybe AJ Styles. That would have been a lot of fun. Randy Orton. There's a ton of guys who should have been in that world title picture, and I think Triple H needs to work on that in 2026 and take those risks. Speaking of Cody, this says if Cody retains against Drew McIntyre, we riot, and I believe that you're going to have to riot, because Cody Rhodes is retaining that championship.
We have got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully working app without knowing how to code. This is
against Drew McIntyre. Like I said, if they really wanted to, he would have dropped it and gained it back at the Royal Rumble or something like that. But the fact is, he's walking into WrestleMania as the WWE champion, and Drew McIntyre is just going to lose another big time match. It's really sad what WWE has done to Drew McIntyre. This man has become a glorified jobber, and it's sad, you know? I feel really bad for the guy. Hopefully he can win a WWE championship in the year of 2026. This hot take, however, says otherwise. They say that Sami will be winning the Royal Rumble next year and he will become a world champion, and I don't think they should do that at all. If this was 2023 when Sami Zayn was on the rise, when he was one of the hottest things in the business, yes, I would totally agree, but this is the year of 2026 we're heading into, and Sami Zayn just does not have all the momentum that he once had. So with that said, I do not think that Sami Zayn should win the Royal Rumble. If anything, I agree with the next hot take that says that Roman should win the World Heavyweight Championship in 2026. Well, I can't
full-timer. Go for it. I'm happy to, but if he's a part-timer, no.
kind of agree. So I say Sami should not win the Royal Rumble, and instead it should be Roman who goes on to wrestle Cody Rhodes, and that's where he defeats him, and the Tribal Chief is once again the
win the Royal Rumble or react to something else, but
WWE champion. I think that is the way to go for the WWE title picture and Roman Reigns and the Royal Rumble. I don't know if WWE should do that, but I think that is the best plan. The next hot take says that Seth Rollins is a top 5 wrestler of all time, and I don't agree with this at all. Seth Rollins is a great guy. He's great in that ring. He's one of the best wrestlers of all time, but top 5? Absolutely not. If we're talking strictly in the ring, I think that Kurt Angle, Bret Hart, Eddie Guerrero, Shawn Michaels, and AJ Styles are better than Seth Rollins. And if we're talking, you know, just the GOATs of all time, you got Hulk Hogan, The Undertaker, Stone Cold Steve Austin, John Cena, Ric Flair, and The Rock. Those are guys that are ahead of Seth Rollins. So no, Seth Rollins is not a top 5 overall wrestler in that ring, and also not a top 5 in-ring competitor, but he's still up there as one of the greats. MJ says that Austin Theory looks better in trunks than tights, and I absolutely have to agree. A lot of people are not happy with his haircut, but I kind of do like that. But when it comes to his attire, I think it looks absolutely hideous. Hopefully they change it, because Austin Theory has a lot of potential. I think 2026 could be his year. And the last hot take says that the Wide Six have lost all their aura. Triple H has killed the tag team division, and I gotta completely agree. When the Wide Six first arrived, it seemed like they were gonna shake things up in the WWE, and they have been an afterthought. And when it comes to the tag team division, that thing is completely cooked. I just don't understand how Triple H would book the tag team division so well in NXT, but when it comes to WWE, the guy just doesn't care at all about the champions, and things have gotta change. Anyways, that is it for the
That's the last video I'm filming today. And for this week, actually no, there's one more, but that's with everyone else. But thanks for watching. Please like, sub, and